How's it going, everybody? Welcome to React and Chill, where I like to do two things, react and chill. Here we're going to be chilling with a conversation about baby metal. I saw this meme the other day, and I thought it was pretty interesting here. That meme is Sue, Mama Metal, and Moa kind of dabbing on the grave of what, the other one? The other one? I was like, okay. And this meme was in response to a trend of like lack of songs from the other one on their set list for their latest tour. Except if you've been paying attention, this meme no longer really applies because literally I think today, or by the time I'm getting the information, maybe yesterday, Monochrome is back on the set list. so I find this, I'm like, oh, okay. And when I saw this, I replied like, oh, they said the same thing. When I say they, I mean certain baby metal fans said the same thing about metal resistance, which is totally the truth. Okay, if you haven't paid attention, and I'm sure you guys have, baby metal's back on tour, right? They're doing great. They're having a lot of fun. Well, except for that moment where Sue got very angry because they told her to stop because of weather. You can't stop the power, not even for a hurricane. Okay. I wasn't a hurricane. It was just some rain, some wind. Okay. That's not going to stop baby metal. That's not going to stop Sue. Okay. They're going to power through. Pun intended there. And deliver. So, yeah. So they're having a good time. And the set list, of course, has many, many bangers, right? You have a lot of great songs that they're more or less are consistent throughout every performance there. I mean, you got your Baby Metal Death, okay, which is a main staple. It's the intro track. You're gonna start off with that. You have Distortion. You have Papa Yob, which is a great summer song. Megasune. BMC's a mainstay as well. Metalli's really good too. Rat-a-tat-tat is usually on played everywhere. Gimme Chocolate, Headbanger, Road of Resistance. And every now and then you'll get Monochrome. Monochrome hasn't been played on every at every show, but every now and then it will be played. It would be either Monochrome or sometimes they'll play Karate as well. And like what I find interesting about this meme is that it was in response of the beginning, I guess, performances being without any of the songs from the other one, which I was like, okay, this is cute because you guys, some guys, baby metal fans, say the same thing about Metal Resistance. They'll be like, what happened to the Metal Resistance songs? They don't get any love. Okay, where's Awadama Fever? Is that ever going to be played? Okay. Where's Yava? Is that ever going to be played? All right. What about some GJ? What about Meta Toro? What about that? Right? Every now and then, though, you'll get a Karate. You'll get that. But I think I do find this fun. And I get it. But I think it also shows how quick some fans are being like, hey, look, the album's not getting any love anymore. Look at that. It's a sign. I don't see it that way. I'm like, you think with the baby metal catalog, there's a lot of good songs to put on there. If you're only going to have 11 or maybe 12 songs, usually 11, right? The 11th song is going to be the Road of Resistance. You already know. There's only so many songs you could put on the list. And what songs are you going to put on there? You're going to put the ones that are the fans' favorites. And you're going to choose the ones that get voted in mass to be the number one, right? You're going to choose the songs that are on pretty much on everyone's top 10 list on average, right? Well, Yava and Awadama Fever might be on your top 10 list, and that's true. We're looking at, I'm sure they're considering, hypothetically, if you take a room of like hundreds of people, right? Ask them what their top 10 list, what are going to be the number one, the number two, the five top there, and you're going to put them on that set list. You're going to play the ones that when they've played at previous shows, they get a really good fan response, like BMC. BMC is an interesting song. When it first came out, I was like, I don't know about this one. But they continued to play it, and especially when I saw it live, I was like, oh, this song is amazing. You got to see it live to really get it, because the fan response is just really awesome. Like, Sue commands the stage when she performs that song. And then you got songs like Papa Ya, where Papa Ya may not be everyone's favorite. You know, some people don't really even like that song. It fits a live performance, and it is a song that it gets a lot of its energy from the crowd interaction, the crowd's energy there. You know, the bandana twirling around and all that stuff. So that's very cool. All right. Then, I mean, you have Gimme Chocolate, which is a classic. You're not getting rid of that. I would say maybe you could swap out Gimme Chocolate with Catch Me If You Can, but I would also say that Gimme Chocolate is more known than Catch Me If You Can. And then Catch Me If You Can is usually done with a Kami intro. Kami intro is going to take up time. You already have a song that has a Kami intro. It's going to be a Metal-y. So you're not going to fit another song with a Kami intro. If you did, I mean, are you? It depends on how much time you got. Headbanger, you're not going to get rid of Headbanger because it's a classic too. You know? So you got to ask, what songs could you probably, there's not a lot of songs you could trade out, right? You have rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. How many tatas out there? Rat-ta-ta-ta. That song. And that's also a great summer festival song. I mean, maybe some could argue, you know, if you have rat-ta-ta-ta-ta, why have Papa Ya? You know, a similar energy there. I would say you have a point. Maybe you could swap out one of them for maybe a song from Metal Resistance, or maybe from the other one, like maybe Time Wave or Metalism. That's a cool song. That's a great song, actually. Or Maya. Ooh, Maya is really good too. But, you know, I think there is obviously a lot of consideration with these set lists. There's a lot of a consideration and obviously a practice and you know, a lot goes on to that. It's not just a quick and easy, okay, this is what it is. It's the main stuff. We're going to keep it the same. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. I'm sure they look at, okay, can we change this? Can we change that? Make it a little different? And how can we do that? How can we maneuver these? Like, if you take a look at all the different shows that played so far and the shows that play after this video, you'll see it, right? You'll see a pattern where there's certain songs that just stay. And you understand that. Like BABYMETAL Death, Megitsune, Gimme Chocolate, Headbanger, Road of Resistance. That's the closer. I mean, what other closer are they going to have? The end? Not for the end of a summer festival performance. Right? That's not going to work. I mean, to close with a ballad like that, you are asking for a summer festival crowd. They're hot, okay. They're drunk, okay. They're looking for a good time. They're looking for a party. I don't think they're going to respond well to that. I could be wrong. Let me know. But I think you have to end it with Road of Resistance. I think you just have to. Or what you could do is end it with Divine Attack. You could do that. Maybe. Some consider Divine Attack and Road of Resistance to be very similar. At least in theme, anyway. And Divine Attack is a song that could be played more. But really what I think is, if you think that certain songs need to be played more, why don't you and your buddies go talk to KOBA-METAL about it? You know, make that known on Twitter, because I'm sure he's paying attention. I'm sure he's paying attention to that. I'm sure he is. You know? I mean, at the end of this all, like the other one, obviously songs off that album are being played. Monochrome is going to stay around for a long time. It has a good fan response. The interaction with the crowd is just epic. It's really good. Though it works better in a a night time festival or in a closed room where everyone could turn on the lights and their cell phones. So you got to think about that, right? But yeah, still certain songs from the other one are being performed. It would be cool. I would agree if certain lesser ones were performed as well, not just from the other one, from Metal Resistance as well. But maybe we'll get there. Maybe we will. I don't know. But I kind of feel like now, like the people who created this meme, it's like, well, they played Monochrome in response to this, so maybe they're paying attention to you, or maybe you left on it too soon. I get it. The other one is that other album that's, according to KOBA, not really an official BABYMETAL album, but it is. But it's not at the same time. You tell me how that makes sense, how something is and isn't at the same time. Yeah. Anyway, with that said, you guys let me know what you thought about this, and y'all take it easy.